responded right to the line.
Yeah, he's a funny horse, Rob. He's actually quite big on ability and probably just doesn't, probably wants to play a few games sometimes. But, Dave Miles done a good job with him, and he said he actually suits him when that one was outside him, sort of keeping him honest and keeps his mind on the job. And, yeah, he doesn't find much, but he keeps giving and, probably would have gone another lap just the same. But, if he just switched on a bit more, he could be a really good horse.
I was talking to Andy when I walked into the track tonight, and he was telling me the horse had a pretty hefty price tag on him early days, and far too much for the Kiwis. Like selling plenty of horses for plenty of money, but not many of us like paying too much for them. And Andy was pretty patient. He just waited for things to not go as well as what they were, and lost a bit of form, and you swooped on it for Norm, and I suppose the two wins so far have been very astute purchasing, and it seems to be going really well for you.
Yeah, obviously tonight, I think he ended up being a quarter of his original asking price, which as you said, was just way too much. But we got him, what looks like a pretty cheap horse, and obviously he should have won like that tonight. He got it extremely cheap early, but the track's probably had a few showers here this afternoon, so the track's pretty heavy. Like it feels like it's sort of, you're really working on the inside a little bit. So I'm not sure that we'll see any times completely off the clock tonight, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm really happy with him.
He travelled well, the tempo was good, and you finished home too strong.
Yeah, thanks Rob. Happy New Year to you too. It was a great night here the other night that you just put on, and it's great to finish the year that way, and it's good to start off the year this way.
It certainly is. Tell me about this horse. He'd been off the scene for a long time. Talk us through all the problems that you've had with him.
He's just about had everything go wrong with him. He's always had his fair share of ability, and Marg's just nursed him through every prep, and he sort of gets through his prep a little bit and then has an issue and whatever, and she's put him out and brought him back, and this prep, he's so far, touch wood, he's been really good, and his run at Ballarat the other night was awesome. It was just a sit sprint, and he come from behind, and then tonight with the speed on, and the stablemate and the two leaders going hammer and tong all the way, it was just set up for him.
It certainly was, and obviously in his body at the moment, it seems to be holding up pretty good.
He's doing a good job at the moment. He gets looked after well at home. The team do a good job with him, so touch wood, he'll keep going and fulfil his potential. He's always raced against the best of his age group, so we expect big things if he can hold together.
Sometimes horses surge, don't they, Anthony, when they've got a horse on the outside coming at them, and it actually inspires them to do another lunge, and our road to Mecca kept going. Yeah,
it's a good performance, Rob. As I said, they walked early, and but that's the way the boys wanted me to drive her, so I was, normally I would have sort of got round to the death, around after the first bend when they walked, but they were keen for me to do that, sort of come with one run, even if it's a fair way out, and just sort of struggled a little bit around the corner with hot speed, but once she straightened, she just found another gear, and as you said, when the other one came at her, she really fought and really dug deep.
He's really made good progress, Jayden, and tonight, once Form Analyst just handed up the lead to Maestro Bellini, you were in all sorts of bother, because it was going to be really a question of when you were going to get daylight and whether you could make up the ground. And I must admit, I'm sure probably at the 300 you're probably thinking, I can't win this race.
Yeah, that's right, Rob. Sort of barrier draw was a bit hard for that horse. Being at the back row, he can get pulling a little bit, and as you've probably seen during the run, he was really on the bit. About the 800 metre mark, he sort of dropped a bit, and I got a bit concerned. I was holding him a bit hard, and he soon picked a bit up. And yeah, when about the 300, I thought, do I push out? Do I try and make a run, or do I just sit here and just hope that we have enough speed to get home? And that's what he did.
He did, and he sort of takes a while to get. He has to go through gears to get to his top speed, but once he hits his top speed, he can really let down, can't he?
That's right. I didn't think going that slow that we'd be able to catch the leader. But yeah, once I pulled those plugs, he really took off and, you know, just got to the line just in time.
You had to come out 3 wide, and the horse did a really good job to get over the top of him to win.
Yeah, he did. You know, that's probably the way you got to drive him is like he's really good that way, and yeah, he was really good tonight. We
caught up with John recently on the program, and you guys have got a really good connection together.
Yeah, we have. You know, John's become a really good friend of mine, and I've been driving him since I started, really. He's been very loyal, and yeah, I'm very grateful for people like him.
Goes into the final next week, and I think the race is a $30,000 final, so nice race for Heaven in Loxley to be competing in.
Yeah, John's seen this one. He's sort of set him for this race, so hopefully he pulls through the next week good, and we get a good barrier, and yeah, fingers crossed.
Well done, Jace. Great effort. We love seeing this mare at her best because she's such a special horse, and she also is exciting to watch because when she can unleash that amazing sprint that she does possess, she's exciting to watch, and she did a great job tonight.
Yeah, definitely, Robbie. Winning races is always cool and fun, and you enjoy, you know, winning no matter what. But when you come from the back of the bus like that, it's a pretty cool feeling sailing past them. So she was awesome tonight. Probably was, you know, a run short, Anton thought. So that's why we elected to drive her that way. And like you said, she probably is more electric, driven with one run. But I still think she can do work off the gate and finish. She probably just hadn't quite been at her absolute brilliant best a couple of times, and probably a couple of times it was on me as well. But she probably definitely is best just with that one run at them. And if the race is ran like that tonight, then she's always going to be hard to beat.
A real team effort, and you must be really enjoying your moment with Better Beat a Bomb.
Yeah, what a good time to be able to get back onto him. You know, he's probably he is in career best form now, and as I said, probably the last time I won on him, he just seems to be getting better every time he gets out there. And tonight he showed probably a little bit of a different string to his bow, and just how quick he can be as well. So as you said before, coming into the country cups now, I'm sure he's going to be, you know, a horse that's punching around in those and doing a pretty good job, I'd say.
He was terrific.
He was, yeah. No, it's been a long time. I had to watch a few replays of him today to remember what he was like, and he was always a bit of a rat bag, but yeah, they've done a terrific job to get him back. Holly, he's having a few tears out there. She's you know, put a lot of work into him, riding him, turning him into a great riding horse, and does jumps with him. And yeah, they decided they'd put him back to work. She's been driving him, and yeah, it's wrapped.
So tell me a little bit about Holly. I'm not sure who Holly is.
Holly's Paul's daughter.
Yep.
Anne Marie's.
Yep.
Of course. Yeah, she's sort of always grown up with the horses and rides a lot. She's a very good rider. She does a lot of state championships and yeah, terrific little rider. And she's just recently sort of been driving a few more, and I think she's getting a license. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, she certainly she'd love it if there was Monties at the minute, because she would have this horse in them for sure. But she certainly done a lot of work with him, and I think he was sort of going that well at home. They decided to give him another try, and yeah, tonight's the result. Very good training effort by the whole team.